in the 6th chapter, before we begin the first shloka, Acharya Bhashakara says one or two points that is a good point. One heading I'll read out that heading. It's very interesting. Karmi. Here. Dhyana yoga. Meditation, Vedantic meditation. Vedantic meditation was not taught for a karma yogi. So thus we have been discussing right from beginning. Lokesmin vividhanishta. In the beginning of 3rd chapter, he says there are 2 levels of sadhana. One is karma yoga, another is jnana yoga. Lokesmin vividhanishta pura prokta mayanaga. One, while living the normal life, you change your karmas. That is, instead of living wayward life, make it as a karma yoga. Follow dharma. First is follow dharma. Even that dharma you live as a karma yoga. And that karma yoga gives certain state of mind, certain purity of mind. Then at a later stage, person will be ready for dhyana yoga and jnana yoga. Jnana and dhyana. So these 2, karma yoga as well as jnana yoga, were started in the 3rd, and it has been in 2nd chapter only. So throughout Gita he has been telling that. So here he says, dhyana yoga was not taught for karmi. Because people in those days, people were living a systematic life. First you live your duty, life of your duty, your dharma, and that life of dharma itself will give you some preparation. Then when you discover vairagyam and discover interest means the jignasa for Brahma, you become mumukshu, then you take to Vedanta. But now life has become like America. Anybody does anything and he doesn't know why he does it also. Because too much of option and no restrictions, no reason. That means just only you go by curiosity. Modern life, if you see, you just do it because you are curious. And you don't teach the children what is to be done and what to do, how to do. Everything you leave them wildly like animals. Out of his curiosity, if somebody tries to look for it, what is inside this thing, what is inside this thing, what is this thing. Everybody just does something, keep on finding out, somewhere something he discovered. In the process, he wastes a lot of time. In the process, he will harm himself. He will discover a wrong thing. He will get into bad habits. So, this is the thing. It is developing up. I don't know where it will end up. We see the result, what is happening. Because this our own people, like, have you ever heard Jiddu Krishnamurti? J. Krishnamurti. You heard? I never. JK we call them, Jiddu Krishnamurti. He also taught like this alone. No guru, no shastra, nothing. Everything you give up. So that has become attractive to the modern educated people who do not want any discipline, any values, any responsibility. Just to do whatever feels like. That means there are certain impulses in human being. Instincts and impulses. The basic purpose of culture, values, religion is to control your instincts, purify them, sublimate them. If the impulsive nature also should be controlled, make him more responsible, cultured, understanding person. But now the modern present civilizational values, civilizational ideas is Don't purify a person. Don't regulate, control everything. Just leave them wildly. Isn't it? Leave them wild. So he will find out something on his own. So if you leave them like that, where will he end up? How do we know? So you ransack everything, break everything, and do everything, and you discover. They say this way you discover. This scientific discovery has become a wild animal. Wild animal. Science has no goal, no idea of anything. Do anything because you have to do something. Do anything because you have to find out, discover. What? Discover for sake of discovery. What will happen to it and what will I gain from it? That's nothing. You first to discover something. This has become another madness of the modern civilization. All over, it is coming to India too. So, you cannot talk to them. I don't know where to start. If you want to teach Vedanta, where to start? What to teach? Because their whole thinking is molded in one way, and they only think that then for such people we don't exist. In fact, we are immaterial for them. Then I generally say, if that is your goal, that is your way, then you find out yourself. You may discover after a few centuries, then discover. Or in the process, your life will go waste. See, everything experiment. A cultured society means our ancestral people, they also lived life. They discovered, they tried good and bad and everything. So their discoveries, their understanding, the values, culture, etc., they give us. And we learn, and we also practice, and we also discover some more things. That's different. But now, whatever they discovered, it will go with them. They will die with their discovery. You have to discover freshly. Every generation has to discover freshly. Therefore, we don't carry the old culture. All this philosophy, Vedanta, the tradition means they hate tradition. Why tradition? We discover everything on our own. We don't want Bhagavad Gita, we don't want Upanishad, we discover everything. No, first place, what is there to teach? They just do whatever they like. So here he says, karma, therefore karma does one thing at one level, then the jnana. Now they ask, everybody wants meditation. How can I teach you meditation? There should be certain basic purity, basic maturity of the personality and inwardness. Then the meditation works. In the beginning, meditation, a mind which is highly instinctive, impulsive, restless, outward, we call it extroverted mind. Such a mind, what meditation can it do? It can only sit like that for a while. It is only relaxing the body, that's all. All that you can do is relaxing the body. Therefore, the America has reduced yoga into only a physical exercise. Physical exercise. We laugh at them. It is just a physical exercise. The maximum thing they talk about is only good health. Even in Indian, fools also do the same thing. Our fools are no way less than them. They are competing to be how to be better fools between them. Indians are, the modern fellows have become like that. Yoga means do little exercise and then that's everything, Exercises just to relax the body, but you see, along with the relaxation of the body, yoga teaches you to watch yourself. Each time you watch, while along with the asanas, watch. In that watchfulness, you become little witness. You become conscious that you are not body. You are something more than the body. That's important. So that point is missing. Only asana. They made it into another huge industry. I don't know whether you call industry or what else, something else. It has become a huge thing. And everything is only reduced to only health, nothing else. You live very wildly. And then whatever tension develops, you release by asanas. So they always ask question, what is the use of Bhagavad Gita? We have a tension. Will it relieve the tension? See, you live wildly, disturb your mind, spoil everything, no values, nothing, live like an animal. When mind is disturbed, you come to Vedanta only to relax. After relaxing, what will you do? You will go and do the same thing. This is the wildest animal life, not human beings. They are not human beings. So here he says, Dhyana yogavannu karmige helalilla. Dhyana yoga is taught not for a karmi. Karmi means, how to say karmi? An active person. Karmi. How duty bound. A person who is duty bound. Dharma. A person who is supposed to follow his duties, because mind is still too extroverted, too restless. For such a person, karma yoga is the first stage. Let him do that. So let him purify his mind at certain level, sense organs, body. Let him learn certain discipline, certain orderly life. Then mind becomes inward. Such an inward person can discover something, do meditation, because it is much more subtler, much more deeper level. Unprepared person, directly he can't do. Nowadays, it is becoming a problem. When meditation, any ordinary man starts doing it, then the meditation is of a too low level. It is just a relaxing, nothing else except a relaxing, or make your mind blank. But no discovery, no inwardness, nothing. Simply you relax, and then that's all. Later continue your life normally. No change anything. No change in the very personality and understanding or anything. But here says clearly, first karma yoga you follow, earn certain maturity level, then later stage is jnana yoga or dhyana yoga. These two he is touching here. Therefore Bhashyakara says, Vedantic dhyana is not taught for duty bound karma yogi. Next stage. Then okay, anything? In the first shloka, now we'll begin with this. Elaborately, he discusses something else. I think that's not relevant for us now. Or should I discuss that? That will go into, in Shankaracharya's days, there were Jnana Karma Samuchayavadi. They wanted karma as well as jnana. Both should be combined to attain moksha. There were schools, even now there are many, because the basic idea is the same. In human beings, new schools come, but the inward human weaknesses, human understandings will remain the same thing. They put it in a philosophical way, but the basic idea is weakness is the same thing. Because we live, these are all Vedic people. Because Vedic people, once they are born, the first portion of the Veda teaches you certain duties. It enjoins certain duties. So this is the common. Every person, first he is given a duty according to his life, varna, ashrama duties. So the religion means to follow the duties enjoined by the Shastra, scripture. That's, I think every religion says the same thing. You believe and follow certain rules. You believe and follow certain duties. That is common because that's a commonly taught to everybody. These Pura Pakshis also tell the same thing. Veda enjoins certain duties. You may do meditation or anything, but the duties should not be given up. You must do certain duties. But here he says, duties are meant for certain purpose, to attain certain maturity level, certain vairagya, for certain inwardness. Once you get it, you can leave the duties because you go to a higher level. There the jnana and dhyana, the self-inquiry and meditation are the sadhanas. This level you have crossed it and it is enough. This is Shankara's view. So 2 levels. But these people, Vaidika people, Vaidika means those who are used to that karma. You may do anything, you study Shastra, do meditation, anything. Duties must not be given up. That is the first and the last. That was the school. Even now we don't find many, but there are very few people, Mimamsakas, very orthodox Vedic people. They will never give up their duty. They have got a strict discipline, orderly life. One small karma they will not skip. If they skip immediately, they will do prayaschitta. They strictly follow, but there are very few people. Most of them gone now. That old system society is gone. But there are a few people, you can see them all orthodox life. So, in those days, that was a Vedic life. If you apply it to modern life, every religion teaches certain rules, certain discipline, certain belief, and certain activity. It teaches certain things to be done. They will not compromise. So those who are fanatics of it, they will not compromise. You teach Vedanta, meditation, everything. Ultimately, my belief, my acts, duties should not be given up. This is inevitable. They take it that way. But here Shankaracharya says, karma, in the earlier discussion, I think it is 2.5 pages he discusses. I am just skipping by giving summary of it. Karma does only, he says, any human being, that Purvapakshi says, any human being is enjoined without any reason. Without any reason, duties are taught, you are supposed to do. No question, no reason. You don't have to look at for any reason. Shastra says every human being is supposed to follow your duties and follow. That's all. No question. Shankaracharya says duties are not given to anybody and everybody. They are meant for certain purpose. And if you need them, if your level of maturity is only that you need them, then you have to follow. But once you cross it, you don't need them. It's not necessary. At certain other stage of dhyana and jnana, karma's duties, you are freed from it. You can give up those duties. This is Shankara's contention. That's all his difference. In those days, the Mimamsakas were such that no way of karma giving up. You must have heard in Shankaracharya's life. I don't know whether you have read. In that thing, Shankaracharya goes to talk to Mimamsaka. What is his name? Kumarla Bhatta, they call him. Kumarla Bhatta. Kumarla Bhatta? No, Mandana Mishra. Not Kumarla. Kumarla Bhatta redirects him to Mandana Mishra. Vishwarupa, in fact his name is Vishwarupa. All these fellows are messed up. There is another Mandana. You must have heard. There is another Mandana who wrote a book, Brahma Siddhi. He was a Vedantin. So these people mix up that Mandana and this Mandana. Confused. But Mandana is different from Vishwarupa. And this, the person with whom Shankaracharya debated was a Vishwarupa, not Mandana. But they put him Mandana. They gave him the name Mandana. After giving the name Mandana, that another Mandana is there who was a Vedantin. But this Mandana was not a Vedantin. He was only Karmata. He follows the Vedic rituals to attain moksha. So this got mixed up. So this Mandana is a Vedantin. He wrote a Brahma Siddhi book. So that's different. So when they mix up, it is becoming further confused. Brahma Siddhi. Swamiji has reviewed it in Prakriya Pratyabhigna. He reviewed it. So that Mandana was a Vedantin. Very clean Vedantin. If Mandana Mishra was such a Vedantin, there was not much difference between Shankara and then Mandana Mishra. There was no need for such a debate. A few points corrections would be enough. A few points correct them and he will be just Vedantin. He is already Vedantin. He would have come to Shankara's stand. But there you can see them, he was a Karmata and he is a Shankaracharya, is a Vedantin. There is a conflict, a clash, and they have discussed. Ultimately Shankara defeated him and he became his disciple. So there you present him as a Karmata. Karmata means only karma oriented. I don't know how to translate. Yeah, karma oriented. Karmata means the Sanskrit tha. Karmata, T-H. Karmata means karma oriented man who is dedicated, devoted to only karma. Devoted to only karma. That means he believes that the regular duties alone is the goal, is the sadhana for moksha. Only duties is the sadhana for moksha. This comes in other books, Naishkarma Siddhi, Upadesha Sahasri. I don't know whether you have read Karmana Moksha. There is a Purvapaksha. If you have read it, then I don't discuss. We'll go ahead. Otherwise, it's an elaborate process. It will take 1 hour. Yeah, it may come in Gita Bhashya, last 18th chapter. Shankaracharya discussed here, but discussed elsewhere in Brahma Sutra. Other places he discussed. We leave them. So Mandana was that person who wanted Karmana Moksha. Only by a life of duties and responsibilities, only by active life, you will attain moksha. Shankara's contention is active life has certain role to play. It can purify your mind, but at a later stage, you have to do self-inquiry and meditation to be able to discover that you are already Brahma and you are not a Jiva, you are not an individual. So this is the difference. So there it is mixed up. Mandana, therefore instead of calling Mandana Mishra, it is better to call Mandana is a Vedantin. But this with whom Shankara discussed was not a Mandana Mishra, he was a Vishwarupa. When you got that Shankara's biography, I think I wanted to give you, I forget, I'll check that. One that Kanchi Shankaracharya's biography, Shankara's biography. So 2 points I have to say. One is, you have to rearrange those ideas. The ideas are not in the sequence of Shankara's life. Earlier events came later, later events came earlier. So I have done some arrangement, rearranged them. I'll give you the paper list. I think he can take out a Xerox copy and give you. So that you have to rearrange that ideas when you translate into Italy and Italian. Second is, where this Mandana Mishra conflict comes, calling that Mandana Mishra as a Vishwarupa, because Vishwarupa name is also mentioned there. Vishwarupa name is mentioned there. So when Vishwarupa, calling him Vishwarupa and separating that Mandana would become clear, would clear all these problems, all these doubts. So at least in the footnotes you can add this person with whom Shankaracharya debated and who became later Sureshwaracharya after sannyasa. After sannyasa, he became Sureshwaracharya. He was a disciple. And his Purvashrama name was Vishwarupa. Taking him as a Vishwarupa and taking Mandana as separate is better. That clears all these confusions. Otherwise, these people, some of the academicians have done it, but traditional people are still sticking to that, and confusion, they are retaining the confusion. That's a big problem. So therefore, you can add these things in the footnote. His name is Vishwarupa. Even that Madhaviya Shankara Vijaya, which goes by Vidyaranya. Shankara Vijaya, I don't know what you call it. You call it in English different name. We are used to Sanskrit names only. Shankara Vijaya, that biography of Shankaracharya, which is very popular, which is attributed to Vidyaranya. Even Shringeri also accept that it is a Vidyaranya. It's not a Vidyaranya, but anyway, that we leave it. In that thing, he mentions Vishwarupa. And again Mandana. Again Vishwarupa. He toggles between that. That means there is a confusion. So, but this present Brahmasiddhi Mandana, Brahmasiddhi author Mandana, is never found to have the name Vishwarupa. See, Vishwarupa name is never found to be attached to that Mandana of Brahmasiddhi author. Mandana, who is a Brahmasiddhi author, he doesn't have the name Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa is used for him. Therefore, if you keep this in view, it becomes very clear. He is a Vishwarupa, Mandana is a Brahmasiddhi author. So this you have to add and makes it very clear. Okay, so here karma has a place. Therefore, the 6th chapter in the beginning himself, he says, don't jump to directly meditation. The mind which is unprepared mind doesn't know what to do meditation. By meditation, you may close your eyes and sit like this. But inwardly, what to do, you won't be able to do. Inwardly, what mind should do in a Vedantic meditation, that is Nididhyasana, you won't be able to do meditation unless you undergo this preliminary preparation. Therefore, the first shloka says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Anashrita Karma Phalam Karyam Karma Karoti Yaha Sasanyasi Cha Yogi Cha Niragmirna Chakriyaha. Is it Gita?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sixth chapter. Oh, you made a copy of it. Okay. So Karma Yoga is just simply mentioning Karma Yoga, how Karma Yoga is important, necessary for preparing you to Dhyana Yoga. Anashrita Karma Phalam, without depending upon the fruits of karma. See, karma can be done 2 ways. Any action, generally people do take up some work, some duty, hoping some result of it, hoping some benefit from it. But there is another life where you don't look for immediate material benefit. The very doing service, loving service or karma yoga itself is a joy, itself is a benefit. That you are able to do the work without expecting anything itself transforms something in you. So that is another benefit. In Karma Yoga is a same karma without expecting certain result, certain benefit when you do it. It is called yoga. So this common people do not know, only Vedanta has to teach. And then now it is becoming popular. More people know it. Anashrita karma phalam. Not depending upon the result of it means not expecting, or in other words, not keeping that alone as a goal. Only the material result or the religious result. Religious result is religious merit so that you will go to heaven. See, karma can produce two. One is a material result, this worldly, another is a religious merit. Religious merit we call punya papa. To get punya so that you will have the result of it in the next janma, next world or next janma, either way. The religious merit produces some next janma you will be a rich man or a better life and comfortable life, or you will go to heaven and all that. So either a religious merit or a material benefit. These are the general result of some action. Duty, of course, dharmic work. It can't be any dharmic work. So these two benefits. So a person who doesn't depend upon them or doesn't keep them as his aim, neither this worldly benefit nor the religious merit, he just doesn't look for them. Karyam karma karoti. But what is his duty? He does them as an Ishwararpana bhava. That means it develops a relationship of me with Ishvara as a loving servant, that I do it for him and then he receives it, itself is a joy. The very relationship of a selfless loving relationship, a relationship of selfless love and selfless service. This is Karma Yoga. The very relationship itself, it changes your personality, because you are not result oriented. Result means you are not result oriented means modern way they think something differently. Explaining becomes very difficult, because the worldly people have different. If it is not result oriented, then how will you work? Do you work just mechanically or carelessly? Neither mechanical nor careless, nor result oriented. Nowadays they say to be result oriented is a real positive merit, is a positive quality. You are advising us not to be interested in result. Result will come naturally, you don't have to look for it. But don't make it that alone is your goal. If you take that alone is your goal, you will get the result, no problem, no doubt. But your mind will not grow into such a karma yogi. It won't become karma yoga. Therefore, anashrita karma phalam to the modern society, which works only for material benefit, Karma Yoga looks very odd, very ununderstandable, or it looks as a impractical, immature person. That's what modern people feel. You have to be very aggressive, very active. Very aggressive, very active. ನೀವು ಹಾಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಡಿ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳದೆ ಹಾಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. I told him without permission you are not supposed to take like that. That's an Indian way. Why don't you just take like that? You are not supposed to take without permission. You have to ask them.
You have vocated in modern life.
More?
You have vocated in modern life. It appeared.
So they just follow. Many things we just don't ask. This is Indian way. Anything you do directly. Oh. Okay, that was okay in those days, but some places it's not right, because when people start abusing it, modern media, they take photo and then put it somewhere there and comment something else and use it, then it becomes a problem. In those days there was no media and there was no way of abusing it. We just allowed them. Now we can't allow, because people are trying to abuse it. So anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha. So a person does his duty, whatever duties according to his social status, his family, his individual, the duties which he is supposed to do. His mind should not be only in the immediate benefit, but the very doing the duty itself is a joy for me. So, without looking for any material limited benefit, it just makes you a very mature person. So, a selfless, desireless person, it makes you a mature person. That is karma yoga. Therefore, sasanyasi cha yogi cha. Such a person who lives as a karma yogi, he can be called both as a sannyasi and a yogi. This explanation is required for Indians, that too particularly of olden days. Nowadays, even to the modern society, this is becoming irrelevant. Arjuna asked the question because this answer applies to Arjuna. Arjuna says, you asked me, karma doesn't give me moksha, therefore I have to give up karma and go for only knowledge. Again you are asking me to do karma yoga. Is it not contradiction? For that he says, karma yoga has a place in life. Then once you do karma yoga, attain certain maturity, certain ability to do meditation, ability to self-inquiry, then at that stage, then better dropping the karma, dropping your responsibilities, becoming inward, introspective, and be relaxed life. And then contemplating is better, because contemplation and meditation and self-inquiry requires a little relaxed life rather than too active life. Active life, particularly this politics and business and etc., how much you have to be engaged in it, and that kind of mind which is engaged in some business, some diplomacy, some politics, cannot do meditation, because his whole life is different, the attitude, the angle of looking, everything is different. So, for Arjuna, he says, you have two levels. At the level of karma yoga, you have to do the duty. Once you get that maturity, then second step is drop off the karma. Withdraw from the worldly life, renounce, and then live a simple life. We call here as a sannyasa. So, even if there is no formal sannyasa in certain societies, at least a life of little detached life. You won't be so active like others, you live a simple life. That can be called a sannyasa anyway. A societies where there is no formal sannyasi life as we have in India, doesn't matter. At least they are not active people interested in worldly competition, money, and then power and status. They live a simple life of this contemplation and spirituality. That is as good as sannyasa. Therefore, he is telling, what is important is not simply giving up life. See, when we say karma gives you only purity of mind, but real moksha sadhanam is jnana and dhyana. Jnana and dhyana is moksha sadhana. So these people want to jump to that. Then why I do work? I will just give up everything and become sannyasi. I'll take to the life of a sannyasa and then I will do meditation. You may take a lifestyle sannyasa, but your mind is not prepared enough. If mind is not prepared to live a life of sannyasa, you just physically take these cloth and live a life of sannyasi. It is a lifestyle sannyasa. If mind has not reached that level of sannyasa, external sannyasa will not fit in. It will create problems to you. That's why some people, after taking sannyasa, still interested in money and power and status and all comparison, they get lost. That is a misfit in the life of sannyasa. Sannyasis have quarrels with people. That's why you see them. These days are happening. Because sannyasa, even Buddhist days, it was like that. Buddha created everybody sannyasi in thousands and thousands. Yeah, without preliminary preparation, you just come, anybody comes, you give them sannyasa, thousands of people. They all become a big burden to society because they don't know what to do. They start building ashrams and making money, and then that has become another politics, and then it went to the wars and destruction and all kinds of things. Not big wars, but little quarrels. Not big wars, but a little bit quarrel. Not of that war of the crusades and all that. The simple quarrels happen. So, an unprepared, immature person can't jump to sannyasa. But people have an attraction for sannyasa. Even in Indian society, sannyasis are highly revered, respectable people because they have come to a certain higher level. So, when they respect them, people think that I too should become like sannyasa. Your wish is good, but you have to prepare them sufficiently. Because that inner purity, the wildlife life, the desires, frustrations, ego and all that has to be subjugated. It has to be purified. You have to have a minimum qualification for sannyasa, then it will work. Otherwise, if you're looking at others are doing, and then I will also jump to it, then you will be a misfit. Not only you will be a problem to yourself, and socially it is a problem for other people to maintain you and relate to you, it becomes difficult. So, people might get attracted to sannyasa, external lifestyle sannyasa. They get attracted, and without much preparation, they jump to it. They look at others, you see. I see some sannyasis, just wild people. Why can't I take him? Look at him, I will also take. Because it's the easy life of without responsibility. You get easily free food, live somewhere easy. But you can't live so easily. Because you will have all humiliation, sufferings, etc. You have no money, something. Then you have to put up with all that without complaining, without giving any trouble. You have to just put up with it. Whatever happens, you have to put up. That they can't do. They start demanding it. I see some of the sannyasis. The fellow, even I knew, I had somebody with me, one much senior to me in age. He also hastily took sannyasa. I told him, it's not good for you, wait, you prepare yourself, you are hurrying him. But he took it. Then he is a burden, big problem. People don't care for me, I need money, I need this thing. I say, why do you ask for money? Whatever is there, you adjust it. If nothing is there, you go walking. Don't go by bus and train. You go walking. Oh, how can I go? But how can I go? Why did you become sannyasi? You expect money from others? Don't expect. Even if they give, in fact, traditionally we are not even supposed to accept. Even if they give, not supposed to accept. Because accepting is against my dharma. I should not touch the money. That's the basic sense. I should not touch the money at all. So if there is an ashram and something, if they take it, the money will go to ashram only ultimately. So they will maintain, they will use it. But personally is not supposed to accept anything. Because that's a discipline and that gives him real purity. People having a little bit of interest in money, once money comes, his mind changes. Therefore, people out of over-enthusiasm, without much preparation, may they jump to sannyasa. That's why you see the next sentence he says, see, don't jump to sannyasa, external lifestyle sannyasa, give importance to purifying your inner mind. Let your mind grow to the purity so that it won't get disturbed, won't become dependent on external situation. It remains undisturbed. It can tolerate sufferings and difficulties, etc. Learn that inner purity and balanced mind. A person who discovers that inner purity, he is sufficiently prepared to become sannyasi. He is real sannyasi. A karma yogi, he is real sannyasi. Sa sannyasi cha yogi cha. He is a sannyasi and he is a yogi. A person who purifies his mind, he is a real sannyasi. Don't look for external sannyasa. Next he says, na niragnir na chakriyaha. Na niragnir na chakriyaha. Niragni means without fire. Without fire means the ritual fire yajna. So a gruhastha, here we have, all three people have yajna. A brahmachari, I think you know this thing, Sanskrit words, I can use directly. Brahmachari, Gruhastha, Vanaprastha. You don't have to translate. Translating every word becomes difficult. We use these words commonly. So, Brahmachari does basic yajna like Samidhanam. Our Brahmacharis do it. Sometimes they do, if they don't get Samidha, so that day they skip them. But even now they do. Samidhanam means 13 sticks, a particular special tree, not any tree. I don't know what you call it. Certain trees are there. Only those things 13 times with mantra, morning and evening. After Sandhya Vandana, they are supposed to do Samidhadanam. Offer it to fire. 13 sticks, small sticks of this size, they do with mantra. That is Samidhadanam they call. Agni Karyam or Samidhadanam, Brahmachari is supposed to do. And then that Agni stands for Ishvara, and then you offer and all that is okay. That you know it. Then Gruhastha, as soon as he marries, that day he is initiated into yajna. He is initiated. These days, everybody is initiated. Later, they may not follow up. Very few people follow. There are few families even now. Even now, they take initiation of Agni, they are doing it. I know some people. See, people take Agni Diksha. Even here, we have some people. So, they take Agni, the marriage day, they take it because he is qualified to do that Agnihotra only when he is married to wife. Without wife, he has no right to do, he can't do. With wife and husband together, they are supposed to do that. So he takes that Agni Diksha. It should continue lifelong. The day one of them passes, either wife or husband, that Agni closes. Then the same Agni is taken there and his body will be, dead body will be burnt in that fire. Either wife or husband, if one of them pass away, Agni closed. So, because it is a combined one. So that's why you carry the fire from home. You can see them, I don't know whether you have seen them. They carry, home means that's because he is initiated into the fire, he retains it. It should not be put out. It should not be extinguished. So in Grihya-Agnihotra, you have seen certain Agnihotra. You have got, even now, there are many families. South India you have. North India, maybe there, I don't know. But South India, there are some families. They have got small Yagneshala at home. They have got 3 Grihya-Agni. There are 3 Agnis will be there. Main Agni is a Grihya-Agni. And then Ahavaniya-Agni, Dakshina-Agni. Ahavaniya, Dakshina-Agni they offer. But Grihya-Agni is a stock. Main Agni they protect it, retain there. They retain there. There are some families even now. Even now they take Agni Diksha, they take. So he is supposed to do all the things. He should maintain that fire. It should not be, whole night it will run. Morning he will take it, a part of it, and he will use it. The main Agni will run throughout life, throughout his life, until one of them dies. So once they dies, the Agni will be over. That means the same Agni, in fact, burning the body is also a ritual. Because the body also purifies him and prepares him for the next loka, wherever he goes, to the heaven or Brahmaloka, wherever he goes. So that is the idea. So Grihastha also has an Agni. Vanaprastha also has an Agni. Only sannyasi is free from Agni. So Niragni means what? A person who has given up the fire. Fire means that these days some people, instead of fire, they take Diksha of Shivalinga, or what you call Krishna, Rama, Shiva, they take Murti and do it. You have got, one is Shiva Linga, or you take, for Krishna you have got a Krishna Murti, Rama you have got Rama Murti, for Devi also, either Sri Chakra or Devi Murtis you can see them. Devi, this is a Vagdevi Murti. Vagambrani is a Rigveda comes Vagambrani, that Vagdevi Murti, this is Vinayaka, Ganapati, you know it. And inside is Rama, Lakshmana, Sita, and this side is Hanuman, you must have seen Hanuman. So for this, there are small stone-like thing for Devatas. Saligrama, you must have heard. Saligrama for Vishnu. So it is there in front of it, it put there. From a distance you can't see them. You can't see them. There are different, Saligrama, that comes from Nepal, Gandaki river. That comes. Have you visited Nepal?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Saligrama, a kind of a particular stone. It comes in that, flowing in that water. And sometimes, I think one inside there is a chakra like thing, because one I think some insect goes inside and makes a hole. So they use it as a Saligrama Shila for Vishnu. Like that, for Banalinga for Shiva from the Narmada river, a particular linga shaped stone, small stone of linga shaped, oval shaped, egg shaped. Yeah. So the oval shaped stones available in Narmada is called Narmada Banalinga, is considered as a very holy. If a Narmada Banalinga, as you see it, will do Namaskara, it's a great thing. For Shiva Bhaktas, that's a great Shivalinga. So like that, for Surya, for Ganapati is one stone, for Surya is one stone, for Devi is one stone. So all these things, they use them. I use them. So instead, because Agni is becoming difficult these days, because you need the sticks. You can't carry if you are going. For doing Agni Puja, Agni Hotra, you have to stay in one place. These days in cities, having a flats, where will you put fire? It becomes very difficult. In some cities, probably they prohibit also. You can't put fire. Government prohibits, because something happens, your whole flat will catch fire. So that's not advisable. So, but in villages they do. In villages they do. There were Agnihotris even in this village, but now nobody. Nobody is there in this village, in this town. There are in that Mattur and certain other, Mattur, there are even now Agnihotri. I think 4 or 5 families even now. 5 families even now, they are Nitya Agnihotris, they do. They come here sometimes. Sometimes when we go there, see them. There are some, here and there, few Agnihotris are there. So, that Agni is his duty. And they do it so sincerely, wholeheartedly. A person does it, that Agnihotra, over a period of time you can see his discipline, his life changes, his life changes, his attitude, his thinking, his whole thing changes. He becomes a very mature, very gentle, very humble person. He becomes like a yogi. That's why that Agnihotra, anything you do it with a dedication, with a selfless love, whether you do puja, whether you Agni, because that gives you discipline. With your all love and respect, you do it wholeheartedly, regularly you do it. Over a period of time, your whole life changes, your maturity, discipline, values, everything comes. Therefore, a person who lives a life of karma yoga, he is really a sannyasi, he is really a karma yogi, and not the one who simply gives up the karma. Gives up the fire. Niragni means what? So even to renounce the fire, there is a process you can't do. You can't just like give up like that. If you fail to do that day's Agnihotra, you have to do Prayaschitta. You can't ignore like that. Even the puja also. Even the puja, my father was doing puja, Saligrama and all that. So Saligrama, Shivalinga was there. So I don't do, because I have not become Grihastha. From Brahmachari, I came directly to Sannyasa. So I did not do that. But only when my father was out of station, those days alone I would do. So this Niragni, so no single day they will skip. You are not supposed to skip. If due to some reason you could not do not well, then somebody else do that. It has to be done regularly, otherwise you cannot skip it. If you skip it, then you have to do Prayaschitta. You have done a big mistake there. Therefore, only when you want to become sannyasi, then that day you make a formal function, do some mantra, tell the devatas that hereafter I am not doing, and then renounce it. Formally, you take permission like them. You pray to all of them that all these days I have done it, now I am giving up, and then you give up. Then sannyasis, that fire, they will invite it and impose on themselves. That means Atmani Agnim Samaropya Parivrajayati. This is what sannyasa instruction. You invoke them, take upon those Agnis upon you. Means only by bhavana, only by your mind. So you don't maintain external fire. Those fires are upon you alone. Your mind and sense organs are fire. That means you respect your mind, that your God is sitting in your heart, in your sense organs and body all over. And then be careful that protect that God. Don't misbehave. Don't do anything wrong. If you are angry, if you are misbehave, if you are selfish, you are egoistic, your God sitting in your heart will be insulted. So never do that. Therefore, be always control yourself. If you lose your control, you are insulting God sitting in your heart. So that keeps you, protects you from misbehaving. It doesn't allow you to fall from it. So this is the Diksha. So instead of say there, when you take either your Saligrama, etc. puja, or you take Agni, your whole life also you are supposed to follow certain values, certain discipline in keeping with it. If you misbehave, if you disrespect, if you violate certain dharma, your Agnihotra will become polluted. Your God puja will become polluted. Therefore, your whole lifestyle should be centered around puja. Because you can't do certain things which makes you unfit for puja. Every day your lifestyle, your food, your habits should be pure, so that you will remain pure enough, fit enough to be able to do puja. If you have done something, then you have to do Prayaschitta, purify yourself, then continue the puja. So the puja, Diksha is not a casual that you would like it and do it like a hobby. That puja, Diksha regulates your entire lifestyle. Your individual life, your family life, your relationship with society, all your life is regulated because certain rules and discipline goes with that puja. It regulates your life also. Similarly here, when he gives up fire, he takes permission. Therefore, person has that disciplined, mature, pure life. So you live that life until you get that purity. Thereafter, when you take sannyasa, you give up external fire. Fire means Ishvara, Paramatma. So that Paramatma, you understand that you invoke upon you, he is sitting in your heart, external fire given up. So you don't have to do the puja. You may do, but not necessarily. These Pitadipatis do because their Pita needs it. Pita, it is a Pita Devata, not their personal individual Devata. Individually they don't have initiation of puja. No puja initiation. But for a Grihastha, is an individual initiation is there. Wherever he goes, he has to carry. Devata can be carried, but fire cannot be carried. In those days, they say they could carry fire also. I don't know how do they carry, but because they were walking in those days, probably it would be easy to carry. Now this airplane and bus and train, you can't carry fire. So therefore, they put saligrama and such pujas. That also, when you are in a clean, pure state, after bath, everything, you put in a box and close it and lock it. Then put that in another what you call bag. Then you can carry it with you. Others don't touch it. You put it in a suitcase or something, and that suitcase others won't carry. You don't give it to the what you call the porter. You alone have to carry. Okay. So that way. And after going there, wherever place you after reaching, this is what my father was doing and we were doing like that. If we had to go, we had to put it like that and put in a bullock cart and carry. After reaching the place, after bath alone, you open. After taking bath, you open and do puja and close it and again. So that way you have to. Very rarely when you go out, this is what you have to do it. So that means he is initiated. So your whole life is centered around Paramatma. Whatever you do, you should be in consciousness of him. You should not forget it, and you can't do anything against his wish. So in the name of that Ishvara, you learn lot of good values, purity, discipline, all goodness. So he says, simply giving up Agni is not sannyasa. So therefore, you have to, when you take sannyasa, you give up external Agni and you are free. Sannyasi is free, just goes. Only thing is his inward control, inner discipline, inner purity alone is enough. He doesn't need external puja. That is a sannyasi. Only sannyasi can do. Now, sannyasa is an attraction. A lot of responsibilities go away. There are some people. Recently, some person was telling, Abba, lifelong I am bound to this duty of karma. Morning, evening, twice I have to do. I can't skip it. I can't go elsewhere. I am something like a bound to a person, one certain family, certain structure. You can't go out. You have to go rarely for one day, hardly for 1 day, 2 days. You have to give the responsibility to others and then go. When you come back and you do prayaschitta and continue. If you are going out for some duty for 5 days, 10 days, those 10 days yajna you have to do in advance. All 7 days you have to do 10 days Agnihotra and go. And before that you come back. So all that discipline was there. Somebody was telling, Abba, I am bound to it. I can't do anything. I want some freedom. Now what can I do? Can I give up? Then you have to take sannyasa. That's the only way. Otherwise you are bound to that duty. But why feel bound? Why can't you feel that it is a good discipline? So those are for immature people, they feel it is a bound. They feel that why not I give up my karma? There was one person in our younger days, he would say that Sandhya Vandanam I am doing regularly, daily thrice. But is there a way? Can somebody help me to get rid of these things so that I can become free? I am feeling one. I told him, why do you feel bound? You do it wholeheartedly, sincerely. It gives you good purity and discipline. So this way, people who are not mature enough, they get an attraction and they want to say, you want to give up. Therefore, he says, externally giving up fire, your connection with your fire, your initiation of the fire, you close it, you conclude it. That closing your Agni relationship is not sannyasa. Sannyasa is your inner maturity. That's why he says, na niragnihi, na chakriyaha. Niragni means without fire. Just giving up the fire is not sannyasa. That is an external lifestyle sannyasa. And nacha akriyaha. Akriya means not doing any social responsibility, family responsibility, earning and money and property. Just giving up the property, earning and money, etc., worldly responsibilities is not enough. That means giving up your rituals, giving up your worldly responsibility, and just taking a lifestyle sannyasa is not true sannyasa. Lifestyle is only a help, but lifestyle sannyasa, external sannyasa is only a help. The real sannyasa comes in your mind alone. The mind should be sufficiently prepared, then only external sannyasa will be convenient to you. A person without having an inner maturity, a detachment, free from desires, free from to certain degree of ego, unless you get that inner maturity, lifestyle sannyasa puts a lot of restriction. You can't do that, you can't do these things, you can't take money, you can't collect, you can't enjoy, you can't have any pleasures, money and power and status, you can't take any respect, you can't get honored. So, people sitting on a place and honoring and awards and honors, you are not, some people are doing it, but actually Shastra prohibits. You can't receive any honors, no awards, no honors, no respects, no worship. You are not supposed to receive anything. You live a simply unknown person, only dedicated to Paramatma. Your goal is only moksha. People do out of their respect, that is for them, but he is not supposed to do, that's a role. So, nani ragnihi nachakriya. A person, if he doesn't develop the inner maturity, inner purity, he gets attracted to these worldly things. He gets attracted to worldly things. Then problem comes, clash comes. That's what he says. Real sannyasi, real yogi, you want to do meditation? For meditation, you require sannyasa. You want to be a sannyasi? Then don't jump to external lifestyle sannyasa. Inwardly prepare by karma yoga. Therefore, he says, anashrita karma phalam, karyam karma karoti yaha. First sloka only, I am still repeating first sloka. A person who lives his life of duty without expecting a result, more as a dedication, as a devotion to your Ishvara, and enjoy that. That gives you over a period of time a very mature mind. Then he is really sannyasi, he is really yogi. That means such a person is a karma yogi as well as a sannyasi. Because means inwardly he has prepared himself to become sannyasi, and therefore not the one who just gives up external rituals or external worldly responsibility, family responsibility. Family responsibility of earning and spending and then property and all that. One who gives up worldly responsibility, one who gives up rituals is not sannyasi. That means that is easy to follow. You can just give up. But inward preparation is not easy. Prepare. Emphasize that inner maturity of the mind. That makes you really spontaneously, it prepares you for sannyasa. Then externally taking sannyasa is easy for you. Many people, there was one sannyasi, is interested in money. Worldly people, you see, worldly people want to offer money to sannyasis. They offer because they don't have anything. So therefore, at least their basic needs of clothes, food and clothes, and sometimes maybe little medicine or some books if they need, they can use them. First thing is food and clothes, they are not supposed to take money. They take directly money, and food and clothes you take directly, don't accept money. Nowadays, only for little medicine and books, only two things you can accept, only for two. Books and probably for pen and other things, and then some medicine, only two. These also, actually, they are supposed to give them the books directly instead of giving the money. So, you can ask them anything you want, any book and medicine, you buy the directly thing so that he doesn't have to handle money directly. That is supposed to do, but it is happening now. You're not supposed to do. Shastra prohibits it. And some people follow even now. Even now they follow strictly. It's a hard life, but they live. Even now they will not touch. And wherever they go, and people understand he doesn't touch, and then they'll give him things directly, you give him whatever he needs. So he says, Nani Ragnihi. So if you take external lifestyle sannyasa without losing that desires, then you will have a problem. Problem always, because you want money. There was one sannyasi, he wants to take sannyasa because sannyasis people respect and give me money, so that I'll get more money and I'll become rich man. So to become rich, you become sannyasi. So see what it is, a contradiction. Sannyasa is giving up all ownership of property, land, name, language. You don't identify with language. You don't identify with the nation. You don't identify with religion also. It happens to be there. You tell them, okay, I was born in this place, but not identity. Identity means if somebody criticizes, suppose you are born in a town, you don't identify. In the sense, you don't feel proud of it. If somebody criticizes, you don't mind it. If somebody praises it, don't feel bloated. Don't feel very elated with it. People may have freedom to criticize or praise, it is left them. Language also. Just for knowing, okay, this is my mother tongue, reveal. But don't get attached to your mother language. Somebody criticizes the language, okay, it is up to him. Somebody praises it, that also doesn't make any difference. Somebody praises India, somebody criticizes India, you leave it to him, that's not your problem. So your identification with your country, identification with your language, identification with your religion also. If somebody criticizes Hinduism, you leave it to him. Somebody praises it, also leave it to him. You don't react to that, both good and bad. So that means all kinds of identity he gives up. He gives up identity with his family. Therefore, generally in India, you are not supposed to ask his past background, what Veda you belong, what Gotra, you know the Gotra Rishi. We are not supposed to tell. They don't ask also. And some people, modern people, without knowing, they ask. We tell them that I am not supposed to remember even, so that your Rishi Gotra and your this thing, family and your property and your earlier, all that you are not supposed to think, you are not supposed to identify, remain simply sannyasi. You are some unknown person without any identity. So that is it. So if you don't have sufficient maturity not to identify these things, and take external lifestyle sannyasa, you will be hurt. You will be hurt because that interaction with the people becomes very difficult. Therefore, learn to give up your identity with your language, with your family, with your earlier past, your whatever status, whatever profession he was practicing. Some people you can see them, even after sannyasa, they say, I was so and so, I was so and so. I told them, hey, you are not supposed to remember, not even tell the people. You remain just a simple unknown person. Don't remember your past, you are so and so, you are doctor, engineer, or lawyer, or some professor, something. All that you are not supposed to remember, leave it. Don't even think of it. You are just a mumukshu, you are interested in moksha and Paramatma, that's all. Only Vedantin, only meditator, nothing else. But if you keep on consciously remembering and relate, the people also relate to you. They respect you because you are some lawyer, doctor, or professor. You start enjoying that status. That means you are still carrying that status. So if you are not mature enough, prepared enough in the social life, you will be known as that status alone. And you start enjoying that status, then that's not sannyasa. Some of them we come to know, some of the sannyasis, they have got high positions, money, richness, so much they have. They don't think of it. Indirectly we come to know, we don't even refer to them. Don't even refer to them because you're not supposed to refer. That's an insult to him. Don't talk of his past, whatever good or bad and high or low. Just everything is set aside. He's simple, unknown, like a baby. Baby doesn't have any status. Baby doesn't have any status. It just belongs to the whole universe. He belongs to the whole universe. Therefore, he says, Sasanyasi cha yogi cha, a really inwardly mature person. He is really sannyasi. He is a yogi, not the one who simply gives up rituals. He simply gives up family responsibility. He is not the sannyasi. He is the one who is inwardly purer enough. This one shloka emphasizing karma yoga as a preliminary step, a preparatory step for real dhyana yoga or even jnana yoga. So don't hastily jump to it. Arjuna says the same thing earlier we have discussed. Oh, why are you pushing me into this work, this duty and war and all this? I am not interested. I just want to be relaxed as a sannyasa. Oh, it looks very attractive. External lifestyle sannyasa is attractive. But once you start living it, you will understand it. The seasons change, winter, summer, etc. You will have to suffer. Winter changes, summer changes, rainy season. Where will you live? And you start expecting people, demanding people. You say it is a rainy season, I can't go. Winter, very cold, you have not given me winter clothes and all that. Why do you demand? If it comes to you, lucky enough. Otherwise, you have to put up with it. You can't do anything. So if you demand and quarrel, then that is against your sannyasa life. There are many sannyasis live very, very hard life and it's difficult. Therefore, he says, he is the one who got inner maturity. Alone is a sannyasi. He is a yogi, he is a sannyasi. Don't look for external lifestyle. This is the first shloka. Okay? Second shloka. Yam sannyasamiti prahrutam yogam. Therefore, this is, the purpose of this first shloka is, remove that external attraction for external sannyasa. Don't get too much of attracted. One of my gurus used to say, see, don't get attracted to the lifestyle sannyasa, these ochre robes and living. Don't have too much of romantic idea. Concentrate on your inner purity, inner preparation. So sannyasa should look like a spontaneous activity. You are already inwardly sannyasa. Inwardly in your mind, you are already living like sannyasa. Externally, should look like a natural. It should not look like something very romantic, attractive and all that. As long as you have got a fascination, attraction for external lifestyle sannyasa, you have not prepared sufficiently for sannyasa. Our Guru used to say, if you have still fascination, attraction for lifestyle sannyasa, your mind is not prepared enough. You could see them, this Shankaracharya, this junior Shankaracharya, sannyasa given day, I think it appeared in this thing, you can see them. Just naturally, you don't see that any change in him. It's just naturally living. All that process of sannyasa he has given and then made into seated. You can see them is just natural, as if nothing happened. Nothing special happened, as if he is occupying a high position in either things of the position. The junior Swamiji is a very mature person. So it's a natural. Only rituals he performed, changed white clothes, this thing, and then did namaskara and then asked him to sit and sat there. And you can see him what he was a few days ago and what he is, there is no difference. It's just the same thing. That means he is already inwardly prepared for these things. And before that also you could see him when he was a brahmachari. He just was like a sannyasi. He was inwardly like, only he was in white clothes, but his way of talking, interacting, he would never quarrel with people, never demand anything, just lives, whatever happens, he just accepts and lives. That's how he lived it. So he says, prepare sufficiently. Either your sannyasa will become a torture for you, your external lifestyle sannyasa will become a problem for you. Therefore, don't do that. Don't get fascinated by it. So, prepare inwardly, that is important. Then, your inner self-enquiry, your vichara, you will spend all your time only in self-enquiry, only in meditation, only in Vedantic thinking alone. So, life will be smooth and relaxed. You don't look for external life at all. Otherwise, I see some people hastily take sannyasa. They have no mind for vichara. And there was one sannyasi, even now I know him. And I asked him, you have not studied Vedanta, you listen to some Vedanta. He says, you tell me anything except that. I can't do that. I can't listen to Vedanta. I can't learn Vedanta. I'm not interested. What is this? The sannyasa is meant for that, and you want to do this thing without that. Oh, I can't do that. We will do something else. Whole purpose is lost. Therefore, he says, he is really sannyasi, he is yogi, not the one who takes external lifestyle sannyasa. Yam sannyasa-miti prahur yogam tam vidhi pandava nahya sannyasta sankalpo yogi bhavati kaschana. Therefore, yam sannyasam, what is called sannyasa, external lifestyle sannyasa, is not different from your yogi. You have to become inwardly, mind should become yogi mind. If you don't get that yogi's mind, your external life is waste. Sannyasa is waste. Therefore, what is called renunciation is not different from your inner yogi mind, yogi state of mind, karma yogi. They are one, because nasya asanyasta sankalpo yogi bhavati kaschan. Nobody can become yogi without giving up your sankalpa. Sankalpa means the plans, ideas, desires, unless you transcend them. Give up your personal ambitions, plans and ideas. That is called sankalpa. Ambitions, ideas and plan. If a person has an ambition, some plans, some idea, some agenda, that's not sannyasa. Person's life should be like a baby's life. Today, supposing you have no program today, whole day you are relaxed, holiday. Tomorrow, holiday. Next day, holiday. 1 month, holiday. 6 months, holiday. Tomorrow, for all 1 year, you have holiday. Not only that, your whole life you have got holiday. No plan, no program, no agenda, no ambition, nothing to achieve except you are only learning the truth, only moksha. So life should look that tomorrow onwards, life looks holiday and blank. Eternally blank. A person has got a plans, ambitions and ideas plan, then he is not a sannyasi. He says, sankalpa sannyasi, nashya sannyasta sankalpo, yogi bhavati kaschana. A person cannot become yogi who doesn't give up all his ideas, ambitions, plans and goals. He has no goal. You see the baby of 2 or 3 years old, do you have any goal? You take the very baby, as soon as he gets down, he just starts playing. What is the goal? There is no goal. Then he just lives. He lives in the present, enjoys the playing, that's all. Therefore, he lives in the present and only interested in Vedanta and meditation, nothing else. That he does directly now. No future plan and going, running into future, looking, having a plans, agendas, ideas, goals, ambition, nothing. All future is left free, blank. He lives in the moment to moment present. Therefore, nahi asanyasta sankalpaha. One who doesn't give up sankalpa. Sankalpa is a little technical term. Sankalpa generally means an imagination. Sankalpa means a will. In Sanskrit, sankalpa means will. Sankalpa means imagination. Sankalpa means a desire. Sankalpa means, in general, means an idea, a plan, an ambition. All that put together is sankalpa. Sanyasta sankalpaha. One who has renounced all his sankalpas. Asanyasta sankalpa, one who has not renounced all his ideas, plans, ambitions. That means all his future left blank. Because he doesn't have. If you leave the blank, people feel restless. You see the people, those who are active people, you take holiday for 1 day, he enjoys it. 2 days, he enjoys it. You give him holiday for 1 month. Or 1 week, why 1 month? 1 month. No plan, no ambition, no work, nothing. Simply sit there. He doesn't know what to do. Either he feels restless or he will become lazy. Because such people are work-oriented people. They are karmi. Karmata. Karmi means duty-bound people. They need duties. They need some external goal, ideals and goal. He has to keep it. There are two people. Some people, you have to give them external goal and ideal. If you keep the goal and ideal, he will be active, disciplined, hardworking, does it. Such a person, very low-minded person, if you give him no goal, no ambition, nothing, he will become lazy fellow. Or he becomes a parasite on others, he will become very careless fellow and this thing. But here, when he becomes a sannyasi, no goal, no idea, he comes to a very high level of maturity. Without goal, he lives as a pure man. He is goalless, he doesn't have any goal, ambition, idea, plan, because he has grown to that sannyasa level. He becomes a very mature person. He is interested only in the truth and nothing else. Such a person is a highly mature person. He says, he is a real yogi, he is a real sannyasi. Don't get attracted to external lifestyle sannyasa, and that makes you lazy if you are not sufficiently prepared. Second shloka said this thing, and third shloka will say tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tats.